Welcome to the Darkly Courts, Utopians. Today, we're going to be talking about another kit from Wasteland Warfare, the Securitrons Enforcers. This is our second video in our unboxing reviews for the game. And honestly, this is one I was super excited for. A friend of mine, who is also my editor, Silaxandra, got me this kit off my throne, and I was elated. This actual kit was so awesome. There was a lot of surprises in it. And one of the things I wanted to do was actually make my Securitron from my modded Fallout 4 playthrough on Twitch. So, like, when I start doing settlement mode, I have Smiley, my special Securitron, with me. So, as you can see, it comes in about the same size box as the Securitrons, which isn't, honestly, unexpected. The problem was, the box was pretty full. These Securitrons are beefy. But the Protectron kit felt a little more empty. This one felt full, like, to the brim. I really enjoyed these. These are larger models. Wasteland Warfare is a 32mm scale game. So, like, having a nice beefy model on the field just feels good. And, like, looking at the sprues. Now, as you can see, this one came with 2 bags. One of them having the, I believe it's the arms. Yeah, the arms and the bases. The bases, for some reason, still had those stupid tabs. I hate these tabs. That's one of my big complaints about these kits. It looks like I really wanted to point that out too, because they damage the bases when you're taking them off if you're not used to using resin. Me being a Games Workshop refugee, I'm not used to good resin. The models were highly detailed. As you can see, the 2 different arm types. The first arm sprue also had the tree for one of the bases in it. We'll get to my complaint about that later. But for the most part, these kits were just amazing. Were a delight. Now, one thing this kit did that I think was amazing is the screens not only being separate, but the screens actually had embossment on them, which I thought was amazing. As you can see, it's two of the bodies. We also have 2 roller legs, and those also come with the missile, like the missile pod covers. You can have them up or down if you want. As well as the antenna, but I think the antenna both broke off in the bag and were just kind of separated. You can see in the screens, hopefully, or a little bit with the camera work, 3 of them have embossments. It's the police, it's the police face, it's the military face, and Yes Man's face. They didn't give a Victor face, which surprised me, but that's fine. And then there was a blank face for those who want to be blank or had them blank. And here are the antennas. The antennas were perfectly fine. Honestly, it was one of the easiest things to glue. I want to preface, I am not used to resin. I'm not used to using super glue. Now, when they came together, I did one MK2, or one like the picture on the MK2, and one like the picture on the MK1. To be fair, these can act as either. How this game is set up, WYSIWYG isn't a big deal. We did the MK2 for the blank face for Smiley, and then I put the police face on the MK1, though I painted it up like a, the tree fell off after I glued. I was having troubles gluing things onto the base, including the wheels. But, like, I painted up the MK1 to look like fan reward, or Patreon reward, or throne reward. Robot in my Fallout game, or my modded Fallout game, named Mugshot. We did for a fan who bought me the core kit. We will go over rules, and here's a comparison with the Protectron, just showing you how big they are. They are beefy models. My big complaint was getting them on the bases was a little tricky. I'm not using super glue though, because I use plastic glue a lot because I never really do resin models. But, man, they were so detailed. They looked great. They took paint well. They were a little more challenging to paint than the Protectrons, in my opinion, just because it has a lot more flat, broad sides. And I'm not used to doing that. I'm used to a little more detailed models. Yeah, that was them. Would I suggest this kit? Yeah. I think my friend got this for me for, like, $20 off of Throne. Looking at the kits and like the models are a little pricey point wise. Like I think Smiley, how I have him equipped, comes out to 221 caps. I could be wrong on that, but like So they're a little pricey. In a smaller game, they might not slot as well. But in all honesty, I would highly suggest these guys, especially if you're a fan of like the robots of Fallout. The Securitrons are one of the funner, or more fun, sorry, designs in the franchise. They have a really great look, and you can build Yes Man. I'll be honest, that made me happy. Now, I wish, as I said, I wish there was a few other faces like Victor, the female face from inside the Lucky 38, and a Muggsy face. I know Muggsy is a lot more shrunk down, but those are minor complaints and honestly don't really matter. The only other thing I could really complain about was getting that tree to stay on the base was a nightmare. For the price, for what it is, I'd highly suggest it, and we'll go over the rules at a different time. Thank you. Help, help, I'm stuck between text box. No, I just feel like I had to say that. But for this week, I want to thank my patrons and gifters for this period. As far as patrons go, Some Random Geek, thank you so much, Geek, for being a patron for so long. I really appreciate it. Geek's an amazing person and a wonderful friend. Gifters, my editor and friend, Silaxandra, and my friend Jade Serpent. If you're interested in becoming a patron, which has a few perks that we're still working through, patreon.com/NazandLQ. I share my Patreon with my wife, actually, and super happy to. Throne is throne.com/u/Lynnaquinn. Check me out on both places. I will name models after you for battle reports when I start doing those, as well as you get a robot in my Fallout Wasteland Warfare stream saves. I thank you all. And again, I love you all for coming in. I love you all for your support. I'll see you all later. Bye.